One normal day last year, I was sitting in my room tallying the clone troopers that make up my clone army. Not too long before this, the 75206 Jedi and Clone Troopers Battle Pack had been released, containing within it 2 plain, white, unspecialized Phase 1 clone troopers with brand new leg prints. I had bought 10 of these and wanted to get enough of its new clone trooper variant to replace my Clone Wars Phase 1 clone troopers in my projects. After counting 20 troopers, I realized that I would need to buy 4 more to have the same number of each figure, and a few more than that to really make the venture worth my time and money. However, this would cost me in excess of $60, which made me reminisce on how battle packs used to be, when they offered things like 4 good clones for only $10. This realization quickly made me wonder if battle packs have decreased in quality for army building, which is the question that I will attempt to answer in this video. If you want to skip to any of the segments of this video, I've included timestamps in the description for each section so that you can skip around and watch whatever you're interested in, and so that you can skip things you might already know stuff about. And to be clear before I start the video, I'm not making this video to say that LEGO is a terrible company. As is quite clear by the subjects of most of the videos on this channel, I enjoy LEGO and their products quite a lot. I'm making this video because I want to examine a potential problem to benefit both the LEGO company and the community. So, without further ado, let's begin. As I'll mainly be focused on battle packs in this video, it's probably a good idea to understand the history of these sets before we get too deep into analyzing them. The LEGO Toy Company started producing brick-based building sets in the mid-1900s, although it produced other types of toys before this. The LEGO Star Wars theme started in 1999, while the line's first battle packs, the 7654 and 7655 Battle Droids and Clone Troopers battle packs, were released in 2007 for a price of $9.99 each, which was a great price at the time. Later in 2010, the price of battle packs was raised to $11.99, and while it was jarring at first, people eventually got used to it. During this year, the first named character appeared in the 8083 Rebel Trooper Battle Pack, being Zev Seneska, a Rebel pilot. While not immediately, this would continue to develop until 2017, in which the 75167 Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack was released, which contained exclusively named characters. Shortly after, LEGO raised the price of their battle pack sets to $12.99, and later to $14.99, where it has stayed ever since for the most part. This trend was broken on April 1st, 2019, when an updated version of the Imperial Dropship Battle Pack was released, which retails for $19.99 and includes an exclusive Anniversary Edition Han Solo minifigure in addition to the regular 4 figures per battle pack. As I hope I've made somewhat clear so far, battle packs were implemented as an easy army building solution when they were first made more than 10 years ago. Some of the first battle packs released even featured a slogan on their box that read, "Build your army." With that intention in mind, the early battle pack sets often would include a mix of regular and specialized troopers for a cheap price, as a $9.99 originally, as LEGO is a somewhat expensive hobby, which would not only allow for army building of regular troops, but would supplement those troops with more specialized troopers, giving armies more variety and flavor. The first battle pack ever released, the 7654 Battle Droids Battle Pack, was praised as such, because its effective mix of regular battle droids and super battle droids accomplished this goal, earning it the title of a good one set to build up your droid army. And while this formula was effective for the first few years of battle packs which kept it, even foregoing the specialized figures in some instances, things wouldn't stay like that forever. LEGO decided to mess with their effective formula, with 8083 being the first set to reflect this new direction that battle packs would come to take in about half a decade. And while this change was good for those who wanted named characters at a cheap price, they were not so good for the army building crowd that battle packs were initially aimed at. This lack of effectiveness can be easily explained by the borderline fact that most army builders don't want to have multiples of the same version of the same named figure. For example, having 5 of the same Luke Skywalkers or 10 of the same Yodas. This, as well as neglect of basic troops in some cases, severely limit a battle pack's massability, which is how willing a collector or army builder is to buy the set in large quantities, and, in the case of battle packs, the set's ability to fulfill its purpose. To assess all of the battle packs on an equal playing field, excluding price on their ability to be effective army builders, I will rank these sets based on their ability to fulfill their purpose. A set's rank will be determined by a few factors which, for simplicity, are listed on the screen. To save time, I will only give an example of this ranking system in action for one set, being the previously mentioned 7654 Battle Droids Battle Pack. The set contains 4 standard battle droids, which are basic troopers. So this set gets a total of 12 points from these figures. The 3 super battle droids are specialized troopers, yielding a total of 6 points between them. The set doesn't have any named characters, but it has 2 brick-built vehicles, giving it another 2 points. Both the figures and one of the vehicles, being the set's STAP, can be found in other Star Wars material, which contribute another 2 points to the set's total. Lastly, because battle droids are something people generally want to make armies out of, the set gets a final point for mass ability. This leaves 7654 with a grand total of 23 points. I have analyzed all of the other battle packs released so far, including the remade Imperial Dropship, which I will treat as a battle pack in this video, using this same ranking system. The scores for each are available on the table that is now on your screen. After analyzing all of the battle packs using this method, I found that the best battle pack was the 7654 Battle Droids Battle Pack, and the worst battle packs were the 75167 Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack and the 75226 Inferno Squad Battle Pack. After analyzing each set, I determined the year's score by averaging the scores of each battle pack released that year. I have placed each year's score on a graph, which you can see again on the screen now. The best year was 2007 with 19-point average between the battle packs released that year, and the worst year was 2018 with an 11.25 average between the battle packs released that year. Based on this ranking system, a ranking system I devised specifically to rank battle packs on how effective they are at army building, battle packs have generally gotten worse over time and are continuing to trend downwards as far as filling this role is concerned. And even though the number of battle packs released per year has doubled since 2007, they are much worse at filling their role on the LEGO store shelf. While their decrease in quality is one of the things making today's battle packs less desirable than the battle packs of past years, their increase in price has also contributed to LEGO collectors not buying them in such large numbers at retail price. In the previous section, I analyzed the battle pack's ability to build armies, regardless of price. However, battle packs' price increase over time has led to less of them being bought. One common reason cited for the increase in battle pack price is inflation. Keep in mind that I will be using American prices and CPI inflation for this analysis, but that the numbers may be different in other countries. Average inflation varies from year to year, with 2018's estimated inflation to be 2.2%. And while employed adults' wages may increase with inflation, for the most part, the vast majority of children's earnings, which are LEGO's target audience and likely a source of a large portion of their profits, do not. For example, starting in elementary school, I would get paid 25 cents for helping my dad take out the garbage each week. I was still paid 25 cents a week until about a year ago, when I started taking out the garbage by myself. At first I got a raise to $1, and after I showed that I could handle the task by doing it for a month, my pay got raised to $2. However, inflation during this time, we'll say 2009 to 2018, was 15.3%. My wages did not increase with inflation pretty much until I got the raise for doing the whole job by myself, which may have passed what my wages would have been if they increased with inflation. And this is likely the case for a large portion of LEGO's child consumers who have to do chores or other non-job related work for the money they use to buy their products. And of course, this all assumes that the reason that LEGO has raised the price of their battle packs and other sets over the years is inflation, even though $9.99 in 2007, when the first battle packs were released, was worth $10.69 in 2010, which was when the price of battle packs was raised to $11.99. Just to run through the rest of the numbers, $9.99 was worth $10.87 in 2011 when the price was raised to $12.99. It was worth $11.99 when the price of battle packs was raised to $14.99 in 2017, and it was worth somewhere around $12.48 when 75262, the updated 7667 Imperial Dropship, was released for $19.99 in April 2019. To more easily visualize these numbers, I've created a graph that shows inflation as compared to the price of battle packs on years in which the price of battle packs increased. Shown by the comparison of these two values, it would have made sense for LEGO to raise the price of battle packs in 2017 to $11.99 because that would have compensated for the inflation of the previous years. However, this isn't what happened, with LEGO raising the price of battle packs to $11.99 in 2010 and pushing it all the way to $14.99 in 2017 when a price of $11.99 could have been justified by inflation. However, they could have also incrementally raised the price of battle packs matching inflation, but the data contradicts this possibility. Because of the data, it would be incorrect to assume that LEGO was increasing the price of these sets due solely to inflation, even though it may have played a role in their decision to do so. Whatever their reason is, the price of battle packs has increased over time, even when inflation is taken into account. Unfortunately, the increase in price is not the only problem that battle packs face. As shown in the table and by the graph in the battle pack analysis section, the quality of battle packs for their purpose of army building has decreased as well. Although the quality of battle packs for this purpose has trended downward over time, they just about hit rock bottom in the time frame of 2017 to 2019. As shown by the graph, army building ability in the battle packs of these years is the worst that it has ever been, and while the prices of these sets haven't helped them, their army building scores are perhaps one of, if not the main reason, that they are not being bought in such large numbers. This was caused for the most part by an intense focus on specialized troopers and named characters in those sets, which can be easily exemplified by the two worst battle packs for army building, being 75167 and 75226, both of which got a total of 6 points and were released during this rock bottom period. As shown in the table, both of these sets feature 4 canon Star Wars characters and 1 non-canon vehicle. While maybe not for the vehicle, the type of figures in these two sets being named characters make these would-be battle packs into cheap figure packs, providing desirable figures in one small, cheap package. This isn't a bad thing by itself. I know that myself and others appreciate it when LEGO decides to do something like this. The problem is created when they decide to make these sets battle packs. When these figure packs are released as battle packs, they take a shelf spot that would have been for a good selling army builder and turn it into a cheap set that will most likely sit on the shelf with a few people buying 1 or 2 of them here and there until eventually they are all put on clearance and bought by scalpers and resellers to make room for the next battle pack to be put on the shelf, which, depending on its composition, may end up doing the exact same thing. I talked about an experience similar to this while taking a LEGO product feedback survey with my dad, in which I said, when Toys R Us was closing, I went to my local Toys R Us at the start of 2018, right when the first 2018 battle packs came out. I didn't see any of the 75197 First Order Executioner battle packs, or any of the other recent battle packs, and I did see 2 of the 75198 Tatooine battle packs. However, I did see somewhere between 20 and 30 Bounty Hunter battle packs. While this is anecdotal, I think it shows that people don't want battle packs with named figures. I've also heard others say that the 75206 Jedi and Clone Troopers battle packs have been piling up on other store shelves, and while I haven't seen this myself, I think it's easy to believe because the 2 named figures in that set cause it to face a similar problem as this set did. A few months later, during Toys R Us's clearance sale as they had just gone bankrupt and were going out of business, I came back to that Toys R Us, and at this point all of them were gone as I assumed that the discounts cleared them out, whether it was to kids or resellers. The only LEGO sets that I saw at Toys R Us that day were 3 Jyn Erso buildable figures, but that's a discussion for another time. I don't know how well the Bounty Hunters battle pack sold, but based on what I've seen and heard, it seems to have done somewhat poorly. Maybe I'm wrong and they sold like hotcakes, but based on what I've experienced, I highly doubt that. While that's just one example of the effects of overloading a battle pack with named figures in action, I'm fairly confident that other battle packs with named figures, like the previously mentioned 75206 Jedi and Clone Troopers battle pack and the 75226 Inferno Squad battle pack, will face similar problems if they aren't already. And while battle packs have been trending downwards in quality pretty much since their inception, this has only become a problem in recent years. When battle packs focused on army building, their large stocks sold quickly and easily so that they'd all be gone by the time the next ones came out. But now, certain battle packs have become shelf warmers. This statement can be backed up by another example, this time from my dad. After taking a trip to the dump in a hardware store, we went to a fast food restaurant for dinner. In that shopping center there was a Walmart. While we were sitting in the drive-thru line, my dad told me that he had once gone to that Walmart to see if they had any of the original battle packs when they were starting to become hard to find, and that he had got 1 7654 and 2 7655s. This anecdote shows that the original battle packs were in high demand, but these newer ones aren't. And while the price increase hasn't helped this problem, all of the other battle packs that actually focus on army building sell. While maybe a little slower, fast enough to at least leave a mostly clear shelf for the next year of sets. But character packs sell slowly, taking up shelf space for sometimes weeks after they were put on clearance and maybe longer. Battle packs are likely produced in large numbers because they are relatively cheap, massable sets that sell quickly as a result. Battle packs turned character packs move slowly off the shelf because nobody wants 20 of the same character. So we've come to the root of the problem. Battle packs have gotten worse and sold more slowly because they are turning into character packs instead of being battle packs, all while having higher prices. But who cares? What difference does it make if LEGO decides to throw a few Jedi in with their clone troopers, or use an entire battle pack slot to put bounty hunters in a cheap set? The reason why all of this stuff is so bad for LEGO and their community is that it stagnates store shelves, doesn't please the customers, and is counterproductive to how battle packs are bought and sold. With each character pack that LEGO puts out, it takes the place of a set that could contain characters that people want in large numbers. As of late, it has become extremely challenging to build a clone or droid army, because with the advent of the sequel trilogy of Star Wars movies and other media that Disney has decided to make for Star Wars, prequel sets have become few and far between, and have often been non-massable vehicles and playsets. Thankfully, LEGO is starting to turn that around this year, though. While increasing the number of battle packs per year to 4 was a good decision on LEGO's part, there are just too many factions in Star Wars medias to cover to be squandering those 4 spots on anything but army builders. The Republic, Separatist, Rebels, Empire, Resistance, and First Order all exist, and people want to build armies of all of them. Because of the ratio of factions to battle packs, it isn't possible to get a new battle pack for each faction each year, but that's why most sets have a 2-year shelf life. To put it simply, character packs don't sell well, are a waste of shelf space, and limit army possibilities when they are made as battle packs. Unfortunately, this has caused armies of certain factions to only be buildable by purchasing retired sets on the secondary market. I am very fortunate that my dad bought a lot of the older battle packs when they were in retail and sells them to me for their original price, but lots of builders don't have that option or the money to pay for old sets on the secondary market. So what can they do? Unless they want to pay astronomical prices for old sets to slowly build a collection, they can do a whole lot of nothing. While the current state of battle packs does look quite bleak for army builders, there are solutions to the battle pack problem. One simple solution is to increase the number of battle packs released each year from 4 to 6 or 8. This would allow for more army building alongside the release of these character packs, which would ultimately give builders more options and likely net LEGO more money as a result. Another solution is to upgrade these character packs from battle packs to relatively cheap $20 or $30 sets with beefier builds that could actually be of something canon, opening up another spot for a good army builder that has potential to move units. Decreasing the price of battle packs to better mirror inflation could also help by allowing collectors to buy more battle packs than they could with the current prices, but I doubt that LEGO would do that. All of these I could see as possible solutions to the battle pack problem. It was the 75167 survey that really motivated me to make a video about this subject in an, albeit more condensed and less researched form. I started out by saying, as I've stressed below in multiple surveys, battle packs should be for army building. While it is nice to get cool figures like these in cheap sets, battle packs are not the sets to do this with. When named figures get put into battle packs, it often leads to people only buying 1 or 2 of them, and then the rest of the stock ends up sitting on a store shelf waiting for someone who doesn't already own it to buy one of the sets. I then explained the problem with the Toys R Us anecdote, and concluded with my solution, being, my suggestion for fixing this is to bring battle packs back to their roots, and make them army building sets again. When I and others hear the term battle pack in relation to LEGO Star Wars, many of us think of buying massive quantities of clones, droids, stormtroopers, rebels, etc. to build an army. We think of the various YouTube videos where people show off their clone army with hundreds of troopers, most of which came from battle packs. And we think of spending some money and building up our own armies just a little bit more. And sets like this don't allow us to do that, and don't tap into what I see as the main selling point of battle packs, which is their massable property. The idea that you can buy 10 of a cheap set and get 4 good massable figures in a decent build is one of, if not the coolest things about the battle pack concept. However, if battle packs begin to include named figures like some of the more recent ones have, battle packs lose this property. And I would guess that battle packs are often produced in larger quantities than more expensive sets because they're cheaper to make and buy and can move quickly due to their best trait, their massable nature. If that trait is taken away from them, people will buy 1 or 2 of them, but not more, leaving most of them to sit on store shelves while other sets, including battle packs that can be bought in mass, will continue to flow around them. I've already seen it with the Bounty Hunters battle pack and the Jedi and Clone Troopers battle pack, and I don't hesitate to say that I believe that the 75226 Inferno Squad battle pack may suffer a similar problem if people know the source material that set is from. I should mention again that I don't want to lose this set's aspect of great figures in a cheap set. I just don't want that set to be a battle pack. I wouldn't be opposed to a $20 or $30 set with these same figures in a slightly larger build. In fact, I think I might prefer that because it could allow for more stuff from the source material. Sorry if this comes off poorly. I'm only saying this because I want these sets to sell well, and I'm tired of being disappointed every time a new battle pack comes out that can't be built into an army. I think I've presented my case here. Hopefully it is some good food for thought. I think it's worth mentioning that I never sent this response to LEGO. I thought that it came off as a bit too negative and just wrote something a bit calmer in its place, relegating it to a text document on my desktop. And while it doesn't have all of the research and stuff that more or less proves what I said to be true, it still is. Character kits don't sell well as battle packs due to the loss of their greatest trait. Hopefully, LEGO will fix the battle pack problem sometime soon. 3 years is a long time for LEGO to be doing something like this. Bionicle Generation 2 was born and cancelled in less than 3 years, so I'm left wondering if anyone who sees the writing on the wall has the power to correct the course of battle packs. Whether the problem is fixed or not, myself and others will remember battle packs as a longtime cornerstone of the army building days of our hobby, and hopefully wait for a resurgence of cheap army building sets for a new generation of collectors and army builders. Well, that was quite a video. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did enjoy it, please engage with this video somehow, whether that's liking, commenting, sharing the video, especially with anyone who might be able to do something about the issues I raised or might be interested in this at all. Please share this video. It really helps out the channel and will really help get this video out there and hopefully spawn a larger conversation about the battle pack sort of problems that I brought up in this video. So any engagement at all is very much appreciated. If you want to engage with my channel in other ways besides just this video, you can go to my Twitter handle at MJ673 for video updates and things of that sort, or you can just go to my channel linked on the screen, subscribe, look at a video that's also on the screen now, or you can go to my channel website, which has interesting things on it occasionally. So yep, if any of that sounds interesting, please do follow through. Either way, thanks for watching, thanks for checking out this video, and yeah, hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.